it's Savannah Ogwin from Savannah Land 2. Today I'm sharing a start to finish card. I needed a quick card for my uncle and thought this pattern paper with some paper Smooches stamps and dies would make the perfect design. So right here I'm adding my pattern paper to the card base, and I'm actually thinking about how I want to place my stamps and dies. The good news is that I actually had a card design already made up. I thought about this card. So I'm not flying by the seat of my pants. The theme was that I wanted it masculine and just uplifting and fun. So I pulled out a couple of my dies and stamps for this. And I'm just trying to decide how big I want this card. And I actually ended up cutting my papers wrong. So that happens every so often with me, but I worked it out. It looks fine in the end, but right here you can see what I'm trying to do. I use the Bam Bubble as like a sentiment popper. I don't even know how to explain it, but you know how like in the I don't even watch these comics, but like Star Wars, not even Star Wars, but what is it? Like Spider-Man or Batman back in the day, and they would have those like pow wow kind of things. I don't even know what those are, but I used it like that, and then I created a word bubble quote journaling tag. I'm not even sure how to explain what I created, but this is what I'm talking about right here. I use that little die. I love it. It makes like a quote line, like a word bubble, and it's just so fun. You can make any size journaling tag or shape out of that, and you can use it for almost anything, so it's super fun. And so right now I'm just going to die cut all of my images. And right there you can see that's the journaling card that I created. That's the word bubble quote tag. And when I pull it off, I have a quick tip for you. Well, actually two. I was erasing a line because I wanted it straight. So you might want to draw a line when you're die cutting that image, but also you want to add about 1/4 of an inch to your paper, so because of that little speech bubble part. It will cut off, so it might make it shorter, but you want to just add about 1/4 of an inch. And here you can see I'm rounding the edges, and I couldn't get that edge into my corner rounder, so I'm just drawing it on and cutting it out by hand. Not a problem. Well, it was, but I figured out how to make it work. So I ended up thinking that was a little too big, so I cut off just about 1/4 of an inch on the left side and re-punched my corners. And that was from just that little die. I just love how that looks. That might be my new favorite Paper Smooches die. So you can see how this is coming together and how masculine it is, and just super fun. I ended up using a sentiment from the Just a Note stamp set, and I wasn't really sure if I wanted to add any other thing, but I ended up just leaving it alone. And now I'm just adding my quote die cuts. This card actually came together quite quickly after I thought about a couple of things. So I take it back. I had a design for this, but I didn't have it all thought out. So that did take a little time, but here I'm just stamping the sentiment, and I decided to do the stamp off technique a couple of times, and I ended up thinking about 3. So I'd stamped it once, and then stamped off, and then I did it again. I re-inked it, but stamped off of my piece and then stamped back on so that the middle sentiment stood out the most. And so from here it really goes quick. I add a couple of foam dots to the back of that piece and then to the back of my word bubble quote tag, and then that was it. I added it to the card, and that's the end. So that's it for me today. Please leave a comment below with a link to one of your creations or a link up to our Inspired by Virtual Smooches post. I'd love to check out your project. Thanks so much for watching.